Today on the Dr. Oz Show, the short burst diet.
It's only 5 days a month.
For women who can't stick to a long-term plan. But is it safe?
We break it all down.
And what happens when real women try one-size-fits-all clothing?
Okay, ladies.
This thing is tiny.
Funny lady Jenny Poulos and I team up for a hilarious social experiment.
Oh, pull that up.
Coming up next.
We'll save lives today. You guys ready to get healthy? Today we are showing you that one size doesn't fit all. And that's a good thing. Listen, you all have different sizes and shapes and colors and spirits, so why are you trying to fit in a mold? Today is all about customizing your health to what works for you, helping you break free so you can be the happiest, healthiest self possible. So here's what's coming up today. First off, we're going to start with a new controversial way of eating that scientists all over the place are buzzing about. You only have to restrict what you eat 5 days a month. That's right, 5 days a month. It's the next IT diet, maybe. Is it really coming your way or is it right for you? We're going to figure that out. Then, what happens when real women try one-size-fits-all clothing? Funny lady Jenny Poulos helped me set up the social experiment you won't want to miss. And the doctor I am dying to meet. He's found a way to celebrate individuality while helping others at the same time. So let's get started. Lots to cover. There's a new study out there that the scientific community has been buzzing about that's gaining a lot of steam. It's about the benefits of doing just 5 days of low-calorie eating per month. And it's being called the next big thing in weight loss. Today, what you need to know before you try it. Take a look.
The word fasting sounds daunting, even to the most dedicated dieters. But what if fasting just meant cutting down calories for 5 days out of the month? The other 25, you're free to eat normally. This new spin on intermittent fasting claims to give users the benefits of calorie deprivation while allowing much more food. The only requirement? Eating 1,000 calories or less on fasting days. Fans of the diet report increased fat loss, more stamina, and an ability to break through old diet and exercise plateaus. Now, researchers are testing to see if intermittent fasting can decrease your risk for diabetes and heart disease, potentially prolonging your life. Critics say this diet may not be for everyone. Today, the benefits and risks of this buzzy new diet. Is it the right plan for you?
This new way of eating appeals to a different type of dieter, someone who has trouble measuring and restricting on a daily basis, and they want more freedom. So who out there says that they're struggling with dieting? Let me see a show of hands. Oh, you got a lot of folks. What's the problem with the regular diets for you?
I end up just snacking all the time, so I can't really keep to a certain amount of calorie intake.
And do you ever feel like you need a break?
Constantly.
Constantly. All right. That's a big issue for a lot of dieters. How about you? How many diets have you tried?
I've tried a couple of diets. You usually get, I get 2-3 days in. I'm angry, cranky. I work full time. I have 4 boys. I can't keep up. And then you're supplementing with sugar, coffee, whatever it is to get you, to the 3rd or 4th day. And I usually give up after that.
So what would it mean if when you got to that 3rd or 4th day, you only had 1 more day to go? Because there's 5 days total per month. How would that change everything?
I think it's something I can definitely, stick to. Or you try. I'm willing to try it.
Willing to try. That's what frankly, finding the right program for you is all about that. It's about customizing to you. That's what the show's about. It's the big idea today. So I'm going to walk you through what this program is like. It's brand new. It's been outlined by the big USC study, university study. And there have been now a couple different ways of looking at it. All right, stay right there.
Okay.
Let me educate everybody about what we're doing here. So every month, you're going to pick 5 days in a row where you're going to restrict your calories. The rest of the month, you eat what you normally do. So on these low-calorie days, I'm just making it up, it's a Monday through a Friday, for example, you're gonna eat only 1,000 calories. The other days, you can do what you wanna do. But those 1,000 calories for those 5 days have to be primarily plant-based food. That's the program. So the question you should be asking yourself is, what does 1,000 calories really look like? So we teamed up with the Cleveland Clinic, and they took us inside their test kitchen to show us.
1,000-calorie fasting days, as outlined in the study out of USC, consist of only plant-based foods and is made up of the following: 56% fat, 34% carbohydrate, and very little protein at only 10%. I partnered with our resident chef, Jim Perko, to figure out exactly what this looked like. Here's what we came up with: 1 day's worth of 1,000 calories. For breakfast, an egg frittata. For lunch, a tomato-based soup. This is Dr. Roizen's recipe. For a midday snack, we have some hummus and crackers. Dinner consists of spaghetti squash and tomato sauce. And finally, chocolate tofu mousse for dessert.
Dr. Mike Roizen, Chief Wellness Officer of the Cleveland Clinic, and happens to be my best friend, thanks for being back, has been following this research very closely. And I think we're probably going to see some fad diets piggybacking off this important research.
Right, this is already huge in the United Kingdom because it makes your waist thin, and it may have really important health benefits, but you want to do it this specific way.
So walk us through these health benefits. What's so big about fasting for 5 days, basically, and every day of the month you can do what you want?
Well, first, it decreases abdominal fat, which decreases inflammation in you. That's really important. Second, it decreases all the risk factors for heart disease. Again, very important. And our biggest epidemic is type 2 diabetes, and it decreases your risk for type 2 diabetes as well. But it may do something even more important than that. The holy grail of aging is replacing your old cells or your damaged cells with new cells. And your stem cells can do that if you have enough of them. Well, this periodic fast in yeast, in mice, and in a few humans, it's really preliminary data from Dr. Longo, in fact, does that. It allows your stem cells to reproduce themselves. So it's a longer story, but we know now that it decreases these important things: abdominal fat, heart disease risk factors, diabetes risk factors, and makes you thinner, and it may just help you to get real young.
Now, you highlighted the fact that it's been looked at, like scientists often do, in different species. There have been 19 humans, but you actually spoke to the author, and he's completed an additional study on what, 35?
35 more humans, so 54 is all. So I wanted to try, before you ask patients to do it, I wanted to try it myself. Yeah. How difficult is it? How easy is it? What factors do you feel? How do you feel? So I did it myself.
And? Did it work?
It wasn't that tough. It was pretty easy to do. And second, by the end of the 5 days, I wasn't hungry at all. And if you will, third, what was interesting, I do the same exercise routine, you know that. At the beginning part of the exercise routine, I had plenty of energy. But you get a little tired earlier, so you can't do quite as much as you used to do in those 5 days.
So the thing is, friends don't let friends fast alone. So I actually did it too. And I felt sort of a zen, almost peaceful feeling. It wasn't that hard for me with regard to hunger. We're men, so it might be different for women. But I didn't also feel like I was the life of the party. There's something about carbs and eating all you want that just makes you want to go out there and,
And he's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, I actually still had a different kind of energy. It just wasn't what I'm normally used to, which I'm only pointing out to you because you should measure that. There's something sort of cool about that kind of energy. So come on, let's look at your numbers. So Dr. Roizen was kind enough to take some blood tests before and after he did the fasting. You're already in pretty good shape. No one lets you show off, but he wanted to, that's right. But he did actually lose 3 pounds, which is pretty cool because he didn't have that much to lose with to begin with. So again, one of the things they've seen in those studies that have been done so far in humans. And your LDL cholesterol, that's the lousy cholesterol, the kind you don't want, it went from 84, which is pretty respectable, down to 71. So even better. Now, that's after 3 months on this plan, which I think is pretty impressive. You're impressed?
I'm very impressed, and it was easy.
Right. So Dr. Roizen has been working with some real women who've gone on this plan. What did they eat and how did they feel? That matters more than how we felt. When we come back, we'll find out.
Next, having trouble sticking to a long-term diet? We've got the short burst plan where you only have to cut calories 5 days a month. Meet the women who've tried it.
But it's chocolate mousse. Yes, people.
Is it right for you? Next. It's time to chill out. Oh, it's getting colder. The hot new trend in pain management.
I'm going to be the human guinea pig and test this baby out.
It's really cold, actually. Plus, the ultimate in healing. I'm getting into this thing to see how it works. And it's a family affair. So good, my friends. My wife Lisa reveals secrets from our kitchen.
Super fast, super easy.
And Daphne's hanging out too. All new Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
For everyone out there who has trouble sticking to a diet, which is most of us, we're talking about a new way of eating where you only have to cut calories for 5 days a month. Now, there's usually 2 questions you all want to answer when you decide if you're going to try a new diet and if you want to figure out if it's right for you. First off, what can I eat? Will I like it? And how will I feel? So Dr. Roizen has been overseeing 2 women who gave it a try. Renita is the first, and she actually decided to do this bravely. What is it that pushed you over into trying this program?
So, hey, Dr. Oz, how you
How are
doing?
you?
Good. So,
How you doing?
I'm all right, yes. So, I've been on a weight loss journey my entire life, right? I lost weight in 2009, about 80 pounds, so I was about 60 pounds. Gained it back, clearly, right? In 2012, again, 85 pounds, gained it back. Now, that's, notice the sequence, 3 years, 3 years. So it's 3 years again, and I'm 35, right? So I told myself I did not want to be on the other side of my 30s as a big girl. Yeah. So, I started a Facebook group called RoFit 35. Yes.
Good for you.
Yes, thank you.
RoFit 35.
Thank you. RoFit Renato Ophelia Whitaker, that's my name, and I'm 35. So I didn't want it to be RoFit 36 next year. So, hello,
Step up now.
I'm stepping up now.
And we're going to customize it to you. That's
Absolutely,
the goal.
yes.
We're all
Customize it to
There's only one Renita 35.
Yes, Renatha.
Renatha.
Yes.
There probably is a Renita somewhere. All right.
Yeah,
so
I know her.
1,000 calories a day.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right? It doesn't sound like a lot of food, although when I saw that little Cleveland Clinic test kitchen, it looked like it was a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
So is this sort of what you were eating?
Yeah, so this is what I was eating.
Before I actually go through it, because I do think it's important people to understand this, I want to know how hungry you were at each stage. So you just give us a rough idea. I know we kept track with you. So tell us what you ate, and we're going to tell you how much hunger she had that day.
All right, so I woke up hungry. Number one, okay. I woke up hungry, okay. So I had the shake. I tried the shake, which is the green smoothie. I altered it a little bit. I put coconut water in it to give it a little more flavor,
Good,
to have some substance. I need some for my palate, my taste buds. So it was really good, and it filled me up. But by 11:30, I needed a snack. So I got me some pepitas. That was on the list.
Yes.
Pepitas, and that's pumpkin seeds for folks who don't know what that is. That's pumpkin seeds. They were really good, and they satisfied my hunger. But around lunchtime I had the tomato soup. Now I added peas to the tomato soup, okay, because I needed to thicken it up, bulk it up some, because I needed to feel full, okay? Peas and some.
This is Dr. Roizen's original recipe?
Yes, this is his original recipe, your original recipe, but I had to put a little spin on it.
You made it look better.
Yes, I had to put a little spin on it. Needed some bulk, some texture, right? Okay.
You need to hire her for your kitchen there at Cleveland Clinic.
I'm hireable. Yes. So after that, that's lunch, but around 3.
Can you come to Cleveland?
Absolutely, fly me in, yes. So look, so that's lunch, but around 3 o'clock, I'm telling you, I was in the ShopRite during this 5 days, and I almost fell out. I was literally doing this.
Wobbling.
So I had to grab me an ice pop. That's on the list. This is a nice fruit ice pop. It's low in sugar. So I grabbed that, and I was fine,
So your hunger's getting better at this point.
Hunger's getting better. Hunger's getting better. Now,
interesting, because you haven't eaten that much, but your hunger's getting better.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Well, she hasn't eaten that many calories, but it's a lot of bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Bulk, peas.
And what is it? This is bulky. What is this?
So this right here is a cabbage steak. Okay, you gotta say a cabbage steak.
Cabbage steak.
Right, because it makes you think you're eating a steak, but you're not. But this is awesome. I'm telling you, isn't it good? It's good. It's rubbed with olive oil and garlic, salt and pepper, and it's roasted in the oven.
That'll really satiate you.
That's really good. It's really good. And I also had it with a sweet potato, a baked sweet potato.
That was on the program?
That's also on the program as well.
Now, you get dessert with this thing, too?
Hello. Now listen. Okay. So after dinner, I had dessert. Now this is a tofu.
Now you didn't have it right after dinner. You waited a little bit.
A little bit. So little bit. Okay, so this is tofu chocolate mousse. all right? Right. So you hear tofu, you're like, but it's chocolate mousse. Yes, people, okay? So this was really good, but it was a little bitter, but to brighten it up, I added a little more maple syrup and some strawberries, yes.
Oh my goodness.
So that was really good.
When you're done all this stuff, obviously your hunger went back and forth,
Yes.
and when you went to bed at night, were you starving?
A little.
Starving.
Yeah, I was a little starved. But, it's 5 days. It's only 5 days, okay? So, and for the rest of the month, you can just eat and, eat. You can just eat and work out, regularly.
I can't wait to find out what you're going to eat now when you're free from
Honey, I'm going to, okay, oxtails, right?
Oxtails?
Yes, oxtails.
They're not in the list, I guess.
Honey, rice and peas. Just a small mini. That's what they call it at the Jamaican store. Mini.
Rather, you were fabulous. I really enjoyed it. The modern occasion. All right. Now, in addition to getting hungry, like Renata pointed out, you can also get hangry. In fact, there are a lot of emotions when you trying to fast, and you can experience them all. So Melissa tried it, and she kept a video diary of all her fast feelings on Dr. Royce's program. Take a look.
Good morning, everybody. It's the first day. I am totally excited and motivated. I'm gonna do my weigh-in, 185.2. I have made for my family bacon and eggs, and it took me everything to not just squeeze in one bite. And unfortunately, I'm coming across my first downfall. I am making our Sunday dinner, of which I will not be able to take part in. Today is day 2. I'm starving, I'm miserable, and I can't wait for day 5. Today is day 3, and for some reason I woke up motivated again. I'm hoping that I find much more energy as yesterday. I was a bummer and couldn't wait to go to bed. Day 4 of my cleanse. I'm very excited for today. I feel much more motivated. I can actually tell a difference in the way that my pants are wearing. It's day 5. I am feeling great. I have more energy than ever. It was very easy getting used to it and certainly flattened out my stomach.
So there you had it. Melissa had her ups and downs. So, big question, was it worth it?
Definitely. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Next month, here I come.
I love that. What a testimonial. Dr. Royce, thanks for bringing it to our attention. Love it all. We'll be right back.
Next, 4 everyday women just like yourself. Do you think they're normal weight or overweight? You voted. Now see the surprising results. Find out what is a better indicator of your health than a BMI. Coming up next. 60-second life hacks.
A little thing could help.
From cleaning house to reshaping your body. And 60-second love advice from Morris Chestnut. All new Oz. That's coming up on Wednesday. To find out how the food industry is making changes and how to best shop for your family, check out the October issue of The Good Life. It's full of ideas to make your life easier.
Take a look at these 4 women who volunteered to be here today. Do you think any of them are overweight according to their BMIs? Now look carefully. And before the show, my audience voted on where they thought these women fall on the BMI scale. There are 4 choices. They are underweight, normal weight, overweight, or you can be in the obese category. Only 4 categories we can put you in with your BMI. So take another look real carefully. Make your decisions, your final votes for everyone at home. Are you ready for the in-studio vote? Yes. 80%. 4 out of 5 of my audience said at least 2 or 3 of these women were normal weight. So let's reveal where they actually do fall on the BMI scale. You ready? Yes. Take it away. All of these women are considered overweight. All of them. All of them. According to the BMI calculator, that means you are at risk for disease. As you can see, one size does not fit all, my friends, because you guys don't look the same, but according to the BMI scale, you all fit together. So process that. I'm coming back in a minute because you all look beautiful to me. And I love you just the way you are because the problem is not you. I think it's the BMI scale, and we'll come back to that. Thanks for volunteering, by the way. So who's surprised that all these women are considered overweight? Show of hands. You surprised?
Yes, I am. Very surprised.
They look pretty good, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. And what do you think over here?
Yeah, I was really surprised. I said they were all normal.
You said they were all normal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody know they were all overweight? One person. Literally, I mean, like 2 people. It's 2 people. Surprised?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I thought they were all normal. They all look great.
Yeah. Do you worry about your own BMI? Yes, no, yes?
Yes,
You
definitely.
do?
Yes, definitely.
You keep track of it and nervous about it?
Unfortunately, I do. A lot of times I get myself on a scale and I'm considered obese or overweight as well. So.
And where's the one person with her hand up there who thought they were all overweight? And what made you think they were all overweight?
Well, the BMI scale doesn't take into account somebody's lean body mass
Aha.
in comparison to how tall they are.
So it uses your height and your weight, but doesn't take into account how much muscle you got on you.
Correct.
Gina, my dear, can I come down over there for a second? Let's get the cameras back on her. You may have noticed that you don't look like you have any fat on you at all, frankly. So make a muscle with me. Let me see. Now, I actually am pretty proud of my muscles, but I get nothing on Gina. And you are
IFBB pro bodybuilder.
a pro bodybuilder. You know, professional athletes often have BMIs. There she is, your picture, by the way. Very nicely done. So the point we're making is, as beautiful as you all are, and as normal as you all look, but as different as you all look, you all get put in the same category with the BMI. So I think we got a problem here. We're taking into account issues that maybe are overemphasized. We're not measuring muscle, for example, lean body mass, which you very smartly up there identified is a problem. And we ignore where the weight is carried, belly fat in particular. So today's conversation is about what is a better predictor of health than a BMI. The answer, my friends, is a piece of string. It's that simple. No calculators, no complex machinations about what it really means. The whole audience, you all have a string, right? Can I see your strings? All right, we're going to show you and everyone at home exactly what to do with that string. Come on, you want to help me a little bit?
Yes.
Since you're armed with a pair of scissors, what's your name?
Anya.
Anya. You have to hold the mic also, Anya, because I can't. All right, so take your string, all right, and everyone stand up in the audience. You got to stand to do this. Step on the very edge of the string and then pull it until it gets right to the top of your hair. Right at the top of your hair. Is that about right for me? Can you see?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Now, you have to cut, not my hair, you've cut the string right where as tall as I am. Right there. So this string now is as tall as me. That's the goal. Is that about right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Then, everyone do that. Just keep your finger where the string is supposed to be. All right. Then, you take that string and turn it around there. And you're going to cut it in half. So, there. Just cut it right in half there. Everyone at home can do the same thing. Now, I've got a string that is half of my height. Everyone see that? All right, take that string and you put it around your waist. And if your waist is smaller than the string when they touch, and for me it's, I don't have a lot of room, but I probably got 2 inches there. All right, we got some show offs here, come over. Actually, let me put this on you. Now, can I put this around you? Would that work around you? No. It's got to be your height. All right, so everyone's got to do it for themselves because one size doesn't fit all. Now, who is surprised by their results? Everyone happy here? Did it work for you?
I'm so not surprised.
Well,
I'm just not surprised. It didn't even fit around my waist.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I did.
Here, you hold this. And you're allowed to suck in, by the way.
Oh, I am.
I'm sorry. That made it.
You didn't make it when I did it, but hey.
You take the best result you can.
Yes.
Simple test. You can all do it, and it works for you. Thank you very much. Nicely cut. Thank you very much. You can find more information and instructions for the string test at DrOz.com. Share it with your friends. Up next, we're undressing the myth of one-size-fits-all clothing, so stay with us.
Next, one-size-fits-all clothing, the new fashion industry trend.
Is that even possible?
And women are fuming.
I don't think so. Ridiculous. This thing is tiny.
Find out what happens when these real women try it on for size.
Pull that up.
Next, the hot new trend in pain management.
Oh, it's cold.
The ultimate in healing. And my wife Lisa reveals secrets from our kitchen.
Super fast, super easy.
All new Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
Today we're showing you why one size doesn't fit all, but it seems that some in the fashion industry don't agree. There's a new trend of one size fits all clothing that has women feeling frustrated. Now, let me show you a show of hands. After what we learned about BMI, and you know how we learned that it's really not one size fits all, are you bothered by the idea of one size of clothing fitting all? Show of hands. Yeah, a lot of very smart people in the audience. I'm very bothered by it. I think you're reflecting what a lot of people around the country sense. There's a funny lady who's famous for not fitting the mold. Her name is Jenny Poulos. She's helping me set up a social experiment to find out what happens when real women try on this trend for size.
It's one of the hottest trends in fashion right now. One size fits all. That's what the label says. But does one size really fit all? Is that even possible?
One size fits all? Yeah, right. I got a lot going on, hips, butt. I don't think so.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's actually a lie.
How can somebody that's a size 2 wear the same size as someone like me that's a size 10?
Okay, ladies, ready, set, go.
Oh my. This thing is tiny. This is the workout. I don't have to go to the gym today. It really accentuates that bulge above my bra. It feels a little baggy.
Quite honestly, I kinda like it.
Oh my God, they're taller than me. Oh, help me. This is horrible. Oh, they're tight.
Help me. Pull that up.
Oh. Not made for women with chest. And you close it. What?
I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, you
There
got it.
go.
You got it.
Oh, we've got to feel good and own it and be able to take it off and put it on.
This is just this wrong. You're busting out. Yeah.
I'm busting out. I'm busting out.
You're busting out.
We're both busting out.
Stomping in like Godzilla. We're walking in like a penguin. I think that this is a really good look for me. Me too. Particularly how it doesn't even reach past my thighs. Come on, girl. I thought we were bad. No, okay.
Let's do this. So we're doing some workout moves.
And we're up and we did it. And I can't zip it. One size fits all. We're not buying it.
That is absolutely hilarious. Jenny Poulos is here, along with Ali, Kendi, Jody, and Kalia, who participated in our remarkably well-done social experiment. You guys have really proved a point. I actually think it should be one size fits a few.
I totally agree.
Yes. I mean, look at
One
this
size
mannequin.
fits 0 through 6, really, was kind of the situation.
Tug on that.
Actually, it doesn't even fit 0. Look at that.
It's unbelievable.
tight.
So when you first heard about this trend of one size fits all, which should be one size fits a few, what did you think?
You know, Diane von Furstenberg did the wrap dress, okay? And that was a great thing in fashion that fit a lot of bodies. But this is not working. It does not work because women should feel great and own what they want to, but they should also feel like they have something that fits them and their body properly. And this is not about accentuating the right places. It's not about confidence, but these women rocked it nonetheless.
Yes.
I think one size should fit all, and this truly isn't one size fitting everyone.
All right, Kelly, let me start with you. What did you learn from this experiment?
That one size does not fit all.
Clearly.
Right? I mean, I've been a size 8 all the way up to a size 18, 20, and in between. I love my body. I love my curves. I embrace who I am, and I love it, and I own it.
Yeah, you should embrace it. You're beautiful. You know? And Ali, I love the way you pointed out how these accentuated various folds under your arms and parts of your body. So what message do you have for the fashion industry?
Well, I just think it's such an alienating business model, right? Like, your retailers are telling consumers, specifically young female consumers, that they have to fit in this box, and if they don't, they should be ashamed. When obviously it didn't matter what size you were. Some things might fit me better, they might fit somebody else better. It's just, what are you trying to say by one size fits all? It's offensive.
And I want to tell the consumer, if one size is going to fit all, then have it be all.
Yeah.
You know, you really need to do the work. I feel like they kind of just skimped out a little bit. I mean, this, and pick pieces that will actually fit. I mean, a jean skirt is not made one size fits all, but a wrap dress or pants with, you know, a waist. But I think you need to do the work, and it's like, I've been at all different weights, and it's about how you feel and you rock those clothes. It's about in here and bringing that out to the space. And I think taking that extra 10 minutes in the morning to make yourself feel good, and then you go outside and that's how you live. Because I felt sometimes the most beautiful when I was pregnant. 9 months
course,
pregnant,
sure.
rocking it and feeling it and loving my body. And
Yes.
So that's what it's about. And I have to give my hats off to my ladies. You were so beautiful and just exude confidence and strength, and I loved it. So.
Well, you know, I deal on this show all the time with women who have complex relationships with food and their weight. And a lot of times we think that starts in the kitchen. I think it starts in the mall a lot of times when you walk by this and you wonder why it doesn't fit you. And then your body image starts to deteriorate. And that is a really unhealthy problem, no matter what's going on the inside. So I'm not an expert in fashion, although I love what you guys did. But I do feel that one size fits all makes it seem like there's a right size and a wrong size. I think that's a big mistake. Because when it comes to health, there's no such thing. You don't want to fit in someone else's size. You want to fit in who you are as an individual, which you guys have said beautifully.
Amen.
All right, up next. I've got a wonderful doctor. He's gone viral for celebrating his own individuality and making a big difference along the way. Stay here.
Next, a doctor gone viral.
Now, he's not a street performer. He's a real MD.
Dancing to the beat of his own drum.
I dance on the streets to raise money for charities. I'm usually scared to go to the doctor, but I wouldn't be scared to go to him.
Meet the MD whose passion will inspire you. Coming up next.
Whoever said a doctor's visit isn't fun has obviously never been to the Dr. Oz show. Is that right? Make your appointment today. Go to droz.com/tickets and sign up for free tickets. If you were walking down the street and saw this, what would you think? Now, he's not a street performer in a costume. He's a real MD who dances to the beat of his own drum. Please meet Dr. Adnan Kara.
Anesthesiology is his day job, but dancing is his passion. And Dr. Adnan Kara has found a way to have it both ways in a street performance project he calls Dr. B Dancing.
The project is a charity busking project. So basically what I do is I dance on the streets to raise money for charities. The goal of my project is to show how we can use our individual talents and passions and improve the community around us.
Dr. Kara got the idea earlier this year.
I've always wanted to be a street performer because I thought it would be a lot of fun and a good way to connect to people.
Dr. Kara dances all over Boston, and this doctor made a conscious choice to keep his scrubs on.
I choose to keep the scrubs on as well as wear a white coat because I want people to know that doctors are people as well, and they have talents, they have passions.
I'm actually very surprised to see a doctor doing this, and for me personally, I think it's very inspirational.
I'm usually scared to go to the doctor, but I wouldn't be scared to go to him.
Dr. Kara has done stand-up in his off hours, so no surprise, he knows how to work the crowd.
Yo, get in! All the way in! Woo! I love when my audience joins me because I know in that moment that I inspired somebody. Even if they don't donate anything, you can just see their smiles light up on their face, and that to me is kind of a reward in and of itself.
And this doctor also be dancing across social media, where his moves are moving followers worldwide.
The more people that are aware of the project, the more people you can hopefully inspire to make a bigger difference.
The money Dr. Kara's fans donate goes to charities like Community Servings, which delivers meals to homebound people with life-threatening illnesses.
What Dr. Kara is doing is inspiring to us and to the community, helping to raise awareness for programs like ours. We serve 1,000 people a day, and 50 of those folks are being able to receive their meals thanks to Dr. Kara's efforts.
But it's not just about the money. Dr. Kara hopes he can inspire others to find their own unique ways of giving back or paying it forward.
In the end, everybody wants to be happy. For me, I've found that happiness by dancing on the streets. And hopefully by doing this, I've inspired other people to find happiness in their own way that can improve the community around them.
Please welcome Dr. Kara. celebrating individuality, you're a very different kind of person. Very different kind of doctor. You know, I love that you're doing it in uniform. You showed a very different side to what doctors can be like. I'll let you catch your breath.
Yeah.
And you know, we focus on this on the show all the time. How can we change and break through that barrier that so many patients have with their doctors? Well, you've been performing for a lot of folks. I'd love to hear a memorable moment, someone who sort of gave you an interesting reaction to your dancing.
So I think the most memorable moment was, it was really early on when I just started. I'd only raised about $700 by that point. And these two little girls came up and their mom was pushing them to come dance with me. They were probably around 10 to 12 years old, and at some point I was like, do you guys have any requests? They made a couple requests. So we danced together for probably 3 or 4 songs. And then at that point, they each dropped $20 into my...
You're kidding me.
$20 each into my bag.
Oh my goodness.
And, you know, $20 at that point was a lot of money. And
a lot of money at any point.
Yeah, exactly. And so their mom came up to me afterwards and was like, oh, well, their grandfather was in town. And he gave them each $20 to go out on the streets and spend on whatever they wanted, you know, whatever kids spend their money on these days.
Yeah.
And they chose to donate it to charity because they felt that the experience there was worth more, presumably, than the material good.
Wonderful values. You just broke the $10,000 mark this weekend, just this weekend. He donates it to 8 different charities. And I know you're not stopping there. They're the 8 charities. And I love what you're doing. And I want to challenge my viewers to find a way to do the same thing. To embrace your individuality, be who you are in life, and then pass it along. I love what you're doing.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Be right back. Next, we're delivering some amazing new uses for that everyday newspaper.
The hot new trend in pain management.
Oh, it's cold.
The ultimate in healing. And my wife Lisa reveals secrets from our kitchen.
Super fast, super easy.
All new Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
So I decided to bring back one of my favorite segments, new uses for everyday things. Now, while most people toss this after using it, T, a self-proclaimed DIY Pinterest mom, has new uses for paper. So T, how'd you get into using paper in all these crazy ways? Most of us read the paper, or, you know, we've got a weekly circular we save up.
Well, it started with growing up with my family, of course. My father would read the paper every day. And I would notice my mom always reusing the paper in some form or shape, and usually has to do with the household things, such as covering the tablecloth with newspaper. I used to joke around, make fun of her, but now that I'm an adult and I have kids of my own, I find myself using the same things and using the same tips, basically.
So you're gonna shock us with your insights. T says she can remove all the stink from her fridge with that paper. This is a picture of your refrigerator. Please confirm this is yours. Is that right?
Yes, it is. As you can see, I lined the bottom, and I've noticed that in the beginning, I was like, why is it my vegetables would get spoiled so quickly, and it would also smell.
Yeah.
So in doing that, I've noticed that it really increased the time that it's in my fridge.
Stays fresh.
Much fresher.
Who taught you this stuff? Did your mom do that also?
My mom did that, but I have to tell you, I really didn't heed her advice so much until I started noticing things spoiling. And I would go online and do some research, and I realized she wasn't crazy. She really knew what she was talking
She's
about.
mom.
Yes.
All right. So T has another use for paper is to deodorize and absorb. Now watch this footage. This is from your home, right? This is a unique idea. Those are your shoes.
Yes.
And you stuffed them full of paper.
My kids are so embarrassed right now. But yes, you'll see most of that. You'll see cleats, sneakers, and even Uggs, my boots. And I don't want to put them on blast, but with cleats, you know, there is a stink factor there.
Of course.
So the newspaper, what it does, it's amazing. If you put it in there, stuff it, overnight, you'll notice that the next day the odor is virtually gone.
You know, I think that's a big part of it. Remember, this paper is designed to absorb ink, right?
That's right.
So it's actually perfectly made for us to be able to use to absorb other things, including stinks, gunk. In fact, gunk, come over here. Let's talk about gunk.
Let's do that.
There's many things. We'll need this paper there. Okay. So you can even reuse it. So here's some newspaper for you.
Thank you.
And I've made you some, you can stand right over here.
Thank you
I've made
so
you
much.
a window pane that's not so clean. And this is your proprietary mix. It's not proprietary. It is?
It is half part vinegar and half part water.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy to make.
Yes,
And then
very
how much? You spray a little bit like that?
Mm-hmm.
And then?
You can spray a little bit more if you want.
You're so picky. You really are
Okay.
picky.
We're trying to make this as clean as possible. So as you can see, all it takes is just balling it here, and I would start off with going circular motions, and then I would do vertical. And to get the streaks out, the last thing I would do is just do it horizontally.
I get it. You look at that.
Do you notice that?
Yeah. You see me? Can you see me?
Guys, I can see him pretty well, I think.
So, I got my nose in the back. Wonderful ideas. Thank you for, again, helping us deal with simple ideas that always work well.
Thank you so
and thanks for
much.
being a perfectionist about it
Thank
as
you
well.
for having
Good luck
me.
with the shoes of the kids.
Thank
There are 5 bonus ways to use paper because he's got so many of them. And lots of other everyday items. You can go to droz.com and check it out. We'll be right back.
60-second life hacks that'll have you loving life.
A little thing could help.
In just 60 seconds, her car went from chaos to calm.
Before I got organized, I was going crazy.
Get organized, get dinner, get fit. Plus, 60-second love advice from Morris Chestnut.
Is it sexier to sleep in pajamas or naked?
All new Oz. That's coming up on Wednesday.
Famous funny lady Jenny Poulos is back, and I hear she has a surprise for me. Well, surprise me.
Oz lovers, put your hands together. OZ, MD of the heart, Harvard, Wharton, you know he'd be smart. You're cool to combine meds east and west. With you, it's about whatever is best. Dr. Oz, this one's for you. A topic you love, it's all about poo. Dr. Kara, on your feet. Dr. Kara, on your feet. Give me a minute.
He's coming down.
Everybody! Poo, 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 poo in the potty. Poo, 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 poo in the potty. Gotta run to the potty when you gotta go poo. Pull down your trousers, do what you do. Don't go on the floor, get your butt on the seat. Pop that bottle, wash your head, sweet. Pause that TV and we'll wait for you. Make it to the potty, splash goes the poo. Hold it in, that's how you get trained. Come on, pass me, don't go to stage. Poo, 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 poo in the potty. Oz, 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 Dr. Oz. In the potty. Poo, 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 poo in the potty. Poo in the potty. Walk, walk, walk. Get your
That is the best tune I've ever heard about poo.
Give it up for Dr. Oz, everybody!
But Jenny, what is the inspiration? I've never heard a poo rap before. What got you going?
I wrote an album for kids. Before I had my daughter, I wanted something inspirational for children to be able to dance to, parents to jam to, and she's right in that phase now. So we did a video, and I'm very proud of getting the great messages out about dance and inspiration.
Well, it is true, I think, very true, that it's not one size fits all when it comes to poo, is it?
No, it is not.
Yeah, we won't go any further in that.
No, and you want to make it in that potty. Yeah,
That's right,
if you can.
You can watch the entire Poo in the Potty music video on my Facebook page. You can give it to us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, yeah.
I know you'll all be talking about it tomorrow. Share it with your friends, especially if they need a little help or creativity when it comes to getting their kids to use the toilet the right way. Remember, health and happiness starts at home. I'll see you next time. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Poo.